Coming up next, the Clippers. Welcome everyone to NBA. We'll grab this. Not your average. Regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Stevens in at the 3.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
Now here's Harden. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Morant against Jones. Morant, the pass to Stevens. Back to Morant. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Jones. Here's Leonard. And he lays it in on the break.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
Now here's Jones. Outside Harden. 5 on the clock. To the wing on the left. The shot by Dunn, no good.
His teammates cannot be happy with him, guys. He would have been better off resetting the offense and looking for a better shot opportunity.
Here's Leonard. Jones drives in and rejected. Jackson surveying the D. There's a screen. Pass to Morant. From outside the arc. Rebounded by Dunn. The Clippers have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Back to Jones. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Well, Leonard usually has humble assist numbers, but that doesn't mean he's not going to keep his eyes open.
Morant against Jones. And then Morant with the dunk!
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities.
Dialed in from deep, Harden understands when he should look to shoot the 3 ball.
Morant against Jones. And Ja Morant good for 3. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Harden. Great D that time from Bane. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Jackson against Zubats. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Now here's Leonard. Outside for Harden. There's a minute 12 left to play in the first quarter. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
Jones against Morant. Jacks up at 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Clippers lead by 3. Jones with the ball, guarded by Morant. Jones, the pass to Leonard. We've got 33 seconds left in the opening quarter. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Graham, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Just think of how much of a difference Kawhi Leonard is for this team. When he's healthy, he is an absolute force.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
On the wing, Harden, guarded by Bane. Harden, good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
The drive by Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight. Keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. They've got Vince Williams. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Bagley in at the power forward. Bogdanovich passes to Eubanks. Outside Bogdanovich. Memphis with a rebound. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Kennard with it, picked up by Simmons. Kennard passes to Bagley. Kicks it out to Kennard. Launches it. Ben Simmons grabs the board. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. That shot wide open.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Kennard passes to Wells. Fires the 3. Drops in the 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Powell passes to Coffey. Powell against Williams. Just 5 on the clock. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Pass to Wells. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Tough. Good.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
The Clippers have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Outside Bogdanovich. They set the pick. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Can't cash it in from close range.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Kennard for 3. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game. The Clippers trail. The 3. And Bogdanovich is good for 3. Bogdanovich has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league. It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Yeah, an elite passing forward, Simmons just dropping a dime.
Here's Williams. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Clippers lead by 5. Simmons, the pass to Powell. There's a screen. Back to Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Williams on the wing. Back to Bagley. The rebound by Simmons. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Powell passes to Simmons. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Coffey. Outside Simmons. And stolen by Bagley. Now here's Kennard. Takes a 3. That shot off the mark. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Los Angeles closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter. And if you're just joining in, 1/2 is in the books. 1/2 to go. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Kawhi and Zubats make up the front court. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Jones in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue.
First team.
Outside Jones. Pass to Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Doesn't get any easier for Zubats. He'll take those anytime he gets them.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Edey for three. Sends it home from three-point land. Edey's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Jones' shot is good.
If there's an open man, you can make sure that James Harden will find it.
And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible.
Yes, sir!
Wow! Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Done. The pass to Jones. Leonard outside. Shot clock at 6. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
From deep, Morant. Yes! A Morant three!
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going on, look out.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing.
Yeah, and they did a lot of winning, Allie. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
Leonard passes to Jones. Back to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Memphis.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Edey. Here's Morant. He's guarded by Zubac. Right side Morant. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He wants to review the game plan. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Harden scanning the floor. Carries it down low. Harden's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
Jackson with a screen on Jones. Here's Morant. Morant fights through contact inside.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Harden, the pass to Leonard. Gets the 3 ball to go. Leonard's got 8.
Wasting 0 time. Kawhi Leonard knew what he wanted to do.
Jackson with a screen on Jones. And it's Morant off the drive. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. There you respect the decision-making from him out there.
For the lead. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers in the lead. Jones from outside. The rebound by Edey. Memphis has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Pass to Morant. Jackson outside. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Releases. Deflected. And they recover it. Zubac finds Leonard. Zubac with a screen on Morant. Back to Zubac. Good. Zubats has got 4 points this quarter.
Zubats does a great job of sniffing out offensive rebounds and beats his guy to the spot.
There's a screen. Here's Bain. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. 19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Jones. And he got the whistle on the way. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
Coach's challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Memphis. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Vince Williams is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Marvin Bagley, and it's Wells in at the 3. Pulls it, Simmons, and it's Bagley with a rebound. Memphis leading by 3. Wells, the pass to Huff. Here's Wells. Takes the 3. The shot off that time. And it's the Clippers on the break. A good look from Bogdanovich. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Playing in between right now and changing speeds. Bogdanovich spotting some nice scoring opportunities.
And there's a pick. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Eubanks, he's got 4 rebounds now. Bagley against Simmons. Pass to Powell. Back to Eubanks. Just 5 to shoot. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks too.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
To the left side wing. Here's Huff. Knocks it down from distance.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Now take a look at it. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
They set a pick. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. A big group substitution here for Memphis. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. Coach knows they're losing the 3 battle, and he told the team we need to limit their outside looks, force them to put it on the floor, and make them beat us off the dribble. Back to you, Brian.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Oh, one of these monster nights from James Harden.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Jackson with a screen on Leonard. Here's Morant going inside. Jackson on the wing. Over Jones. Jackson can't get it to go.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Look at Leonard, dialed in from deep.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
And here's Morant outside. Drains the triple. Morant's got 26.
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Stevens. Back to Jackson. Pass to Edey. Morant with it. And there's the screen. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Leonard for 3. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers.
Leonard doesn't shy away from these moments, embracing his role as a leader for his team.
Outside Bain. Jackson the screen. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Dunn. Here's Leonard. It falls!
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Oh, you know Morant wants it. And guess what? He got it.
Harden, the pass to Leonard. Here's Zubac. And it's good!
Oh, man, love calling Zubac's number there. 7 feet. Get shots off in big moments.
Denied by Leonard. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Bain, the pass to Jackson. Money!
It's clear Jackson Jr. embraces the spotlight. He's a solid scorer who makes important shots for this team.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. "12 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Now Leonard. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And we have to take another look at that block.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game is coming through.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. They're down by 5. Your thoughts, guys?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
So the Clippers win it. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Behring.
This one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. The wing set for him, Mitchell and Okoro. And it's Jerome in at the point. Here's Mitchell. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Harden dishes to Leonard. Back to Harden. Up top, Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Jones, the pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. 5 to shoot. Jones with the screen on Mobley. Leonard, no luck. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And it's Leonard missing. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
Just great awareness from Evan Mobley. Get out in transition, get in front of everybody.
Here's Harden, and the layup is good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Jerome passes to Okoro. Mobley sets the pick for Okoro. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Boy, you cannot let Okoro get going towards the rim. This guy has got elite athleticism.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Screen by Allen. Pass to Mitchell. Jams it right over Kawhi Leonard.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Harden kicks to Leonard. Back to Harden. From past the arc. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And Mitchell gets it to go.
Well, it's all about decision-making in the pick and roll, and Donovan Mitchell making all the right choices.
Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
And Allen with the slam.
Jared Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Jones with the screen on Mitchell. Leonard kicks to Dunn. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Kawhi understands now. He commands so much attention that his passing ability has got to be on point.
Mobley right side. Another shot. That shot no good. They that time from Leonard. Harden against Allen. Leonard with no one around. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Mitchell passes to Mobley. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And stolen by Mobley. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Cleveland. He put together quite a quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Tristan Thompson is out there with Wade. Then it's Max Strus. Then there's Garland. And it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson sets the pick for Garland. Offensive rebound. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this is what Thompson does best. His aggressiveness on the boards is what makes him a valuable player.
Powell inside. Working on Hunter. Powell, that's good.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Garland against Powell. They get it again. Goes back up. Pass to Strus. Back to Garland. Hunter, no one around him. Connects from 3-point range. Hunter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Strus setting the screen for Garland. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, this is a combination of speed and quickness. Darius Garland knows how to drive the basketball.
And Simmons slams it in.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And it's Strus, top of the key. Back to Garland. Powell with the steal. He's got a clear path. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Bogdanovich.
What pace on the fast break from Bogdanovich. Getting out ahead and protecting the opportunity to score.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are intent on winning big. Coach Tyronn Lue said half of it is great talent, and I think half of it is execution. When you get to the playoffs, it's a whole different animal. We got to be 100% execution with our talent. That makes for a dangerous team. Kevin?
Very dangerous. All right, David. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And look at the momentum Simmons gets on the drive, and he turns it into a huge slam.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
He's so deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his look.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Eubanks. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Hunter. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game. Bogdanovich passes to Coffey. Back to Bogdanovich. Wants to get it to Simmons and does. It's Powell on the wing. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They've led by as much as 10. Strus in the corner. A three-pointer is right on target. And now it's an 8-point Cleveland lead.
Darius Garland playing the role of ball distributor to perfection. Free pass.
And Simmons slams it in.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
The drive by Simmons. And the basket is good. Simmons got 12 in the game.
Ben Simmons, a guy who combines size and skill, and he's percolating.
Thompson dishes away. Strus kicks to Garland. Strus a screen on Powell. And good from Garland with a sweet move. Garland's got 8 points in the quarter.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
Powell for 3. Garland with the rebound.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Hunter. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Hunter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Cavs. Here's Simmons. No good. That's the first shot from the floor he's missed. 5 for 6. Pass to Hunter. He takes it in, and it's Hunter with the jam.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Los Angeles with another miss. With 1 on the clock, and Garland with the lay-in. 10 points for him.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense. No time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Jones in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Mobley misses. Clippers trail by 14. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
Mobley with it. Leonard picks him up. Kicks it out to Mitchell to the left side wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Corner shot. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Leonard, so dangerous from deep.
Shooting off the dribble is probably one of the toughest skills in the NBA, but Kawhi has it mastered.
And then Mitchell at the dunk.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Harden the pass to Dunn. Back to Harden. The tray. Jerome with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 11. Mobley a screen. Lets the 3 fly. The Clippers grab the miss. Jones, that's for 2. Oh!
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
When he's determined to finish, Donovan Mitchell is so good powering through whatever the defense puts in his path.
The Cavaliers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
And Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways.
Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut to just 9 on the basket from Leonard. Jones against Mitchell. Down low. Mobley misses.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
A 3 from Leonard. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Mobley's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Okoro. Stolen by Harden. Dunn left side. Shoots the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Dunn's got 6 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. From 17 feet out, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's a 10-point Cavalier lead.
Wow, splash it in from the mid-range, Donovan. What a pretty shot.
That one goes in. He's got 9.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Here's Jerome. Mitchell against Jones. Mobley a screen on Jones. Out left to the wing. Fires for 3. Mobley misses.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Count that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Jones. Mitchell looking it over. No good on the 3. Los Angeles has gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Stolen by Mitchell. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Driving inside. Mobley outside. Fires from deep. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And it's Leonard at the elbow. Shoots over Okoro. Off target with the jumper. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Three tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. 6-point game. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. Max Strus is out there with Garland. Then it's Thompson. Then there's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Wade in at the 4th spot. Here's Garland. That one good for 2. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Traps in the tray.
A dead-eye shooter. Bogdan working off the pass there.
Garland against Powell. From downtown, Garland, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
The shot by Powell, no good. Well, Cleveland shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want, when they want. Connects from three-point range.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Garland, the pass to Strus. Out to Wade. Garland feeling it out a little bit. Shot clock at 5. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Hunter, no good. Clippers trail by 3. Eubanks with it. Garland picks him up. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Bogdanovich. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Bogdanovich has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Here's Coffey. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Hunter. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Well, we saw this from Hunter in the tournament. When Virginia won the championship, he was a clutch performer.
Simmons finds Powell. Here's Eubanks, guarded by Garland. That one falls.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to be better defensively.
Thompson dishes to Garland. Back to Thompson. Pass to Garland. And the baseline jumper, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Harden's shot is off.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line. Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Mobley. Pass to Zubac. Good D by Mobley.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
It's stolen by Jones. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Leonard running the floor.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Here's Mitchell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. No good from outside. Jones. That's for 2. Count!
Boy, Zubac's with great awareness. Nice job to put it on time and on target.
Mitchell kicks to Mobley. And he uses the glass on the layup. So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,
Hello, basketball fans. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided match. Matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Here are the 5 for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Okoro, and it's Hunter in at the 3 slot. Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Pass to Edey. Bain against Mitchell. Here's Stevens. Jackson with a screen on Hunter. Shot clock at 5. Connects from downtown.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Yeah, it's always nice to see him drop in a triple early in the game. That'll set him up for success the rest of the way.
And he comes up with a bucket.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots.
Now here's Morant, guarded by Okoro, and it's Jared Allen with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Bain. Nice move, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Recently, player health has been the big talking point around the Memphis Grizzlies stand.
Yeah, B.A., look, it's really a shame to have such a talented, dynamic team have to deal with all those constant what-ifs and have their seasons so affected by things outside of their control. It's tough.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Pass to Allen. Oh, trying his luck from deep. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical.
The 3 from Okoro. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Jackson the screen. Morant the pass to Bain. And that'll be Memphis's ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. Bain's got 5. Cavaliers trail by 3. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021, and his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Ryan, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Morant, the pass to Jackson. There's the triple. The shot no good. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. They trail by 1. The putback. That shot off. Memphis has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Bain against Mitchell. Outside for Morant. Clock at 6. With the 10-footer down low. Edey. And he goes in for the dunk.
among the best passers in the league. Morant finds open teammates.
You know, Coach, when you watch Ja Morant play, it's hard to think of anyone else as explosive as he is.
Yeah, Brian, he can make a defender look like he's standing still. The burst that Morant has with his first step is unrivaled. Probably the best burst in the entire league.
Truly is a human highlight reel in this modern day. Now here's Morant. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 7.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
They're such a strong guy. Donovan Mitchell plays bigger than his listed 6'1" height.
Here's Morant. Here he goes. Kicks it out to Bane. 3-pointer. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Bane's got 8.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. The rebound by Edey.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Morant with it. He has 7. They set the pick to the inside. Kicks it out to Jackson. He got it up. He knocks it. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Grizzlies up by 6. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Memphis.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far. In this one,
we've got Luke Kennard. Marvin Bagley is out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian, and guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, 2nd-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Jackson, left side. Pass to Wells. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on G.G. Jackson. That's his first foul. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Outside Strus. Launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies lead by 5. Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Inside, here's Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Bagley passes to Huff. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Tyson, defended by Jackson. There's the 3. Green against Bagley. There's the block. Here's Wells. Pass to Bagley. Takes the assist and lays. It in. Nice setup. Now it's a 7-point Memphis lead.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Outside Strus. Three-pointer, no good. Memphis has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Bagley against Garland. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Outside Strus. A minute 58 left in the second. Thompson with a screen. Here's Tyson. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, we have each other's backs. That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Garland. To the paint. Tyson with the bucket.
And there is very little ego to Garland's game. He wants to get other guys looks and opportunities.
And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Down low. Here's Thompson. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got his 4th assist in this one. Bagley, a screen on Green. Kennard for 3. Strus grabs the miss. Cavaliers trail by 6. That's tipped. Kennard with it. Now Thompson defending. Kennard against Thompson. Kennard can't get it to go. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Tyson. Outside Strus. Inside. The shot by Tyson, no good. Green against Jackson. And he drives in. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Evan Mobley really making a difference here.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
On the court right now for Cleveland. Garland and Mitchell, the talented 1 and 2. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. Payne surveying the D. And the 3 off target. Cavaliers trail by 8. The drive by Garland. Good work there as it goes. Garland's got 5.
Well, if you give Garland even the slightest lane, you can be sure that he's going to take it right to the rim.
Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
Mobley, a screen on Bain. Back to Garland. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And Mobley throws it down.
And you pay so much attention to Garland, and that allows teammates to get involved.
Outside Morant. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
They set the screen. Pass to Edey. Beyond the arc. Drops in the 3. He's got 5.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Oh, tough 2 from Allen, showing his grit.
Morant against Hunter. Releases. And it's Morant missing.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And they're on the break. Here's Edey. Oh, rejected by Allen.
What a difference maker defensively. Allen just controlling the airspace.
Mitchell misses. Memphis leading by 5. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Outside for Mitchell. Mobley on a screen. Mitchell to the rack. And Mitchell with the slam.
The burst and power of Mitchell on full display. This guy's incredible.
Bain, the pass to Morant. There's a minute 54 left in the third quarter. Jackson with a screen on Allen. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. Oh, rejected by Allen. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Garland feeling it out a bit. Pass to Allen. Mobley outside. No good with the triple. Tipped. Here's Stevens, guarded by Garland. The 3 is up. Stevens' shot is off. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Mitchell. The slam by Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. I mean, Mitchell finds airspace and fills it.
And here's Morant. He's got 7. On target from range.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies lead by 7. There's a screen. Kennard for 3. Offensive board. Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Kennard for 3. He's rebounded by Okoro.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Strus the pass to Thompson. Back to Strus. Pass to Merrill from deep. And the three-pointer goes. And now it's just a 4-point Grizzly lead. There's 6 seconds left in the third. Kennard for three. Hits a three-pointer. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. More 2K action in just a moment. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. G.G. Jackson is out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Wells in at the shooting guard. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Nice shot by Kennard.
The defense was just nowhere to be found. And because of that, adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession. Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Now here's Merrill, defended by Jackson. 4-3. And it's Bagley with a rebound. Bagley's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the dunk by Jackson.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Okoro passes to Thompson. Thompson, a screen on Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Strus' shot is off. Memphis leading by 13. Outside Bagley. Pass to Kennard. The three is up. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. And Stan, they always say for a player, confidence is such a big part of it. How can a coach instill that in a player?
Well, as your coach, I think your job is to create a system that the players believe in and they believe they can have success in. The rest of it has to come from inside of the players. They have to believe in themselves.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Jared Allen, he's checked in for Thompson. Evan Mobley comes in for Green. Hunter's checked in for Merrill. And Donovan Mitchell is subbed in for Strus. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Mitchell. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
At the line for the Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell. 2 shots.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed.
The previous play is under review.
Gray area in a lot of these calls, but at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Just 4 to shoot. No problems knocking that one down.
Yeah, nice quick catch and shoot there from Jared Allen.
And so Moran will bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's stolen by Hunter. On the wing, Mitchell, pounded by Moran. Moran against Mitchell. Releases from 15. He squares up and sinks it.
Yeah, Mitchell can get this mid-range look lined up. He's a very skilled shooter.
Bain against Mitchell. Bain, the pass to Morant. Morant using his speed, and then Morant with the dunk.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, You can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Right wing. Here's Stevens. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Mitchell. Hunter against Bain. From the high post. Out to Mobley. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 4 rebounds now. On the wing, Bain. Checked by Mitchell. Pass to Edey. Mobley against Jackson. On the wing, Bain. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell down low.
And the fans love it. And Mitchell certainly seems to be enjoying himself on the offensive end.
The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
The 3 ball. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
Here's Mitchell. It's deflected. Here's Edey. Pass to Morant. 3-pointer. And it's Morant again missing. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to RJ. This could be a battle one. In the trenches, each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Here's Harden. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
A master at working through contact. Sometimes it seems Harden prefers getting physical on the way up.
It's Morant with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Zach Edey. That's his first foul. Zubac's in the post. A shot by Harden, wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
A staple of Harden's attack. His three-point shot is about as lethal as it gets.
Jackson with it. Jones covering. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
It's just so much fun to watch Ja fly. The way this man can take off is so impressive.
RJ, Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
Stevens, the pass to Jackson. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Edey. There's the triple. The Clippers grab the miss. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Morant.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Leonard hits them both. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Leonard sets a screen for Harden. Plays it up off the glass. Harden's got 7 points.
Just an absolute master at creating separation. That is a nice move by Harden to free himself up.
Now here's Morant for 3. Drills the three-pointer. And that ties it up.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Wasted no time on that one. He's got 5.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pushing it up. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Jones. Back to Leonard. Done with this screen on Jackson. Leonard with no one around. Again, Leonard missing.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Morant, right side. Pass to Edey. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Pulls up for three. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Dunn kicks to Harden. And the Clippers miss again. Memphis leading. On the wing, Bane. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Edey. And the layup falls. Edey's got 6 points.
No, he didn't. Did he just break out the finger roll? That's nice.
Here's Harden. That's tipped. Pass to Stephens. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Ja Morant has been... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
We've got Wells. Jackson is out there with Marvin Bagley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Huff in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Pass to Kennard. To the inside. And finish off by Bagley.
How about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
Right, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Kennard against Powell. Kennard's shot is off.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Powell kicks to Simmons. Wells with the steal. Here's Jackson with the 3. The putback. Now here's Wells. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Good on the three-point shot. Wells has got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's Coffey. Still without a basket. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. On the wing, Jackson to the left wing. Here's Huff. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Simmons. There's the drive. It's hauled in by Huff.
Even though it wasn't a clear path, he knows that that's a shot he should make more oftentimes than not.
Kennard for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Pass to Eubanks. For the 3. The offensive rebound. Memphis leading by 7. Crowell's wide open. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so Powell will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Eubanks. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
Bagley with a screen on Powell. Kennard the pass to Wells. Kennard on the wing. Guarded by Powell. Lock at 6. Powell against Kennard. Misses in close.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Coffey. Kennard covering. Coffey can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. There's 1:17 left in the first half of basketball. Jackson passes to Huff. Jackson with the screen. A steal. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. And he elevates for the slam dunk, and Marvin Bagley did not like that.
Big time flush from Simmons. You see how powerful he can be.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Jackson has the open look. Sinks the three-pointer. And now it's an 8-point Grizzly lead.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
No good from Simmons.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Huff's got 5 points now this quarter.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Memphis foul. James Huff. First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the Clippers now. 11-point game. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. And here is Powell. Good. Nice job down low. Powell's got his first points of the night. Here's Huff. And he drives in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Please direct your attention to the court. And get ready for the fan half-court stop. 1, 3. They're thinking about the shot.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
So for the Clippers right now, down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. There's the 3. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 9. After earning the number 2 seed in the 2023 playoffs, Richard, last season was a lost year because of all those injuries and other things in Memphis.
Ja Morant only played 9 games last year. Desmond Bain missed half the year. Marcus Smart out. The Grizzlies still have a lot of young talent and a very bright future.
Back to Jackson. From deep. And that one is off. The Clippers shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Leonard forces it through inside.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
Harden finds Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Jackson uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Just like his pop, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, look, this man, when he gets close to the hoop, it is pretty much automatic. You can't let that happen.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Jackson against Leonard. Outside Jackson. Jackson a screen on Leonard. Here's Morant. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Leonard. Dunn right side. The Clippers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
He hits the second from the line. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Now Bain. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard kicks to Jones. He takes it in. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Memphis has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
With it, guarded now by Jackson. Here's Leonard, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You can't fall for that shot fake. Once Kawhi gets you to jump, you're toast.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Powell comes in for Jones. Amir Coffey's checked in for Dunn. And it's Bogdanovic in for James Harden. Ripped away. .143 left in the third quarter. Kennard's shot is off.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And here's Bogdanovic for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Bogdanovic has got 11 points.
A dead-eye shooter. Bogdan working off the pass there.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And Simmons, he's checked in for Leonard. 1:30 left in the third quarter of the game. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. It's good from long range. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night. The Clippers have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Here's Simmons over Bagley, and that one's good. Simmons.
Strong move by Simmons. You could see it in his eyes. Got the matchup he wanted and took it.
Here's Kennard. High post Bagley. Bagley sets a screen for Wells. Pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised. And
First team. At the line for 2.
comes to some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Both free throws good from Kennard.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Powell. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
1 shot.
And this is the time now where the officials can personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Here's Huff. And the three off target. He gets it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so after 3 quarters of play and some... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Bagley is out there with Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Wells. And it's Huff in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Launches a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Now here's Powell. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Huff. Huff's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bagley finds Kennard. Offensive rebound. Pass to Huff. For 3. Eubanks grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 3. Outside Bogdanovich. That's a 2 from Powell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Here's Huff, and stolen by Simmons. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Ball's knocked loose. Wells with the steal. To the paint, here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. And coach told his players, hey, they're feeling the pressure over there. Keep pressing, keep fighting. They're starting to crack. And let's get this game even, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Leonard. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Here's Morant. They set the pick. Outside, Bain. Jackson, a screen on Harden. Pass to Jackson. Takes a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
A big target with good hands. Jackson doing damage in the pick and roll.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Done against Morant. Here's Edey. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
You love how Usai has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one. But look, who doesn't want a high-scoring game?
Zubac with the screen for Jones. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Stevens. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Leonard dishes to Harden. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. Jones finds Harden. To stop the run. It's rebounded by Memphis. Edey's got 8 rebounds in this game. Morant passes to Jackson. Morant's against Dunn. And Ja Morant good for the 3. And now it's a 10-point Memphis lead.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Zubac, a screen on Jackson. Kept alive. Zubac kicks to Dunn. And the Clippers miss again.
You have to be willing to pass in those situations. That was a low percentage shot. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Grizzlies.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Ja Morant.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking him down.
Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Outside Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
We talk about Jackson's elite shooting for a big, but this is the other thing that he can do when his mindset is to attack.
Frames it from downtown. And so here's Memphis. They've led by as many as 11 points. Jackson, a screen on Harden. Launches it. Off target with that shot. So it's Memphis picking up the win. Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks.
center position. It is obviously a point of strength for both of these teams, Brent.
Do you believe, BA, that these guys are coming in and not thinking about that very same thing? These guys want to test each other tonight, and you wonder, whoever gets the best of the other guy, will that elevate the next couple weeks of play for them in terms of their confidence? So a big man battle. Let's keep a close eye on it.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden, and it's Jones in at the 3. Here's Jerome to the middle. Here's Mobley, back to Jerome. Mitchell against Jones, tries it from 19. Mitchell misses. Leonard, good.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. And so here are the Clippers. Here's Harden. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
With a finesse from Harden there. That's great stuff.
Here's Jerome. Sinks it from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Leonard passes to Dunn. Screen by Leonard. Dunn's shot is good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
And this is the threat that Allen gives you on the interior. Gets great position and then just jams it through.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Jerome attacking. Outside for Mitchell. Mobley against Leonard. Here's Okoro. Back to Mobley. Here's the pick. Off target with the 3. The Clippers have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. A perfect start. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Jerome. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Such a versatile guard. James Harden is a triple-double threat every single night.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Jerome on the wing, defended by Dunn. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. They set a pick. Here's Jerome, stolen by Jones.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Allen. Okoro outside. Mobley, a screen on Jones. Clock at 6. And Okoro gets it to go.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Clippers' talent level is unquestionable, but they can run hot and cold at times. Coach Ty Lue said taking care of the basketball, transition defense, offensive rebounds, and spacing. Those are the 4 things we have to consistently be good at every single night. Brian?
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about, Allie. From deep, Mobley. It's rebounded by Zubac.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Back to Jones. Outside Harden. To the inside. Here's Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Great D that time from Allen.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing him get bottled up like that. Wow.
Uses the glass on the layup. Allen's got his second basket on the night.
Well, the defense has got to bring a little bit more. Hitting Allen like that is not going to prevent him from scoring.
It's stolen. Jerome on the wing, defended by Dunn. The three from Mitchell, drills it from deep.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
Leonard, and the dunk by Leonard.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
And it's Allen who slams it home.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And that's a foul called on Isaac Okoro. That's his first foul.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
There's 39 seconds left in the first. Dunn outside. Nails it from three. Dunn's got 7 points in the game.
If Leonard doesn't like his options to score the ball offensively first, he'll play with the ball a little bit.
Here's Jerome, defended by Dunn. Stolen by Jones. And they're pushing it up from behind the arc. The shot by Dunn, no good. Fast break, Cleveland. Pass to Allen with 4 on the clock. Outside for Mitchell. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Ooh, stolen by Allen. The shot, no good. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. The Clippers on top. They're up by 2. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for Los Angeles.
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
Green out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Max Strus. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. That's the group for Cleveland getting going in the second.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Bogdanovich from long range. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Great strides in honing in his shot, looking more and more comfortable on the offensive end is Bogdanovich.
And no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot, Brent.
Oh, man, B.A. Norman Powell has consistently been in that be-ready club off the bench. And he can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense. But this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role.
The pass-first nature of Simmons, fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate. Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
The Clippers lead by 3. Here's Bogdanovich. He's off on the layup.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Pass to Green. Hunter against Simmons. Hunter passes to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Garland. From down in the low post, it goes. Garland's got 4 points this quarter.
Garland is so small that if there's a little bit of room, he's going to find a sliver.
Oh, Green with a block. The kick to Hunter. Garland feeling it out a bit. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Garland. The Clippers in the lead. Outside Bogdanovich. And the Clippers miss again. Cleveland has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Outside for Green. Let's go with a 3. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovic.
The kick to Hunter. Fires from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 1:49 left to play in the half. Coffey can't get it to go. The Cavaliers have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Here's Eubanks. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. And now a 3-point Los Angeles lead. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, Thompson does not mind the contact, and I think that bump sometimes even helps him focus more.
Here's Powell. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Powell's gotten his first basket of the night.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Powell against Garland. Outside Strus. Offline with a 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Eubanks. Back to Simmons. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Simmons has got his second bucket on the night.
You know Simmons can get physical when he has to, going right through the contact.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half. Garland against Powell. And the shot is good by Garland. Garland's got 6 here in the quarter.
That's pretty tough for Garland at his size to be able to score around the contest.
There's Bogdanovic with the 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Outside Strus. Thompson with a screen. Pass to Green. It's stolen by Bogdanovic. 5-on-3 break. Here's Eubanks. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Eubanks, he's got 8 points. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Nice game. Great performance by Drew Eubanks.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Kawhi and Zubac make up the front court. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Pass to Jerome. They set the pick. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Takes it inside. And Mitchell with the slam.
Driving inside, Mitchell uses his speed to get the better of the defense. They just can't keep up.
Harden misses. Cavaliers trail by 4. They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally insane.
Pass to Jerome. 6 to shoot. Mobley outside. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Mobley's got his first 2 points.
That's as sweet as you're going to get it. Fluid motion, great lift, rolls right off the fingertips.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Here's Mitchell. Here's Jerome. Mobley, a screen on Jones. To the paint. And Mobley throws it down.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And for the Clippers, they're shooting an insane 65%. Just terrific. Harden with a bucket.
Even if he's not a big man, Harden can score inside with the best of them.
Mitchell, the pass to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Harden. Cavaliers with a rebound. Here's Jerome. He's got 5. Inside. And Mobley throws it down.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Nice shot by Harden.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
For Cleveland, they've gotten all 6 of their shots to fall. Talk about a perfect start to the half. Mitchell misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Now it's a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
Don't sleep on Kawhi's range. He'll burn you from down deep.
Pass to Jerome. Outside for Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Oh! Mitchell taking no chances.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. I mean, Mitchell finds airspace and fills it.
Here's Dunn. And they pick up 2. Dunn's got 9.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Mitchell on the drive. Mobley outside. Mobley on a screen. Jerome passes to Okoro. And a foul called on the way up. And they're not happy with the call here. Coaches get...
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
You could see that coming. Harden was going to answer back, and he did.
Down low. And Mobley throws it down.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Mobley. Out to the wing. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Jones from outside. Okoro, the defensive effort. And it's Allen with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 1. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers. And he slams it in one-handed.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising. In a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
The kick to Hunter. And a miss there on the triple. On the attack, Simmons. Off target at the rim.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Here's Thompson. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Darius Garland is out there with Max Strus. Then it's Thompson, then it's Javonte Green, and it's Hunter in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
They're just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Left side, Strus. Pass to Hunter. Back to Strus. 6 on the shot clock. And here they come. Here's Simmons, and the bucket is good. Simmons has got 4 points now in the quarter. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And the shot is good by Garland.
Well, Garland has some pretty good body control. Even at 6'1", good job of staying on balance that time.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
And a new group getting ready for the Cavaliers. Allen, he's checked in for Thompson. Mobley comes in for Green. Okoro is checked in for Strus. And Donovan Mitchell is subbed in for Garland. And Allen gets it to go on the assist by Mobley. And that ties it up.
Getting a great look for the big guy as Allen scores on the interior.
The Cavaliers have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. To take the lead. Mitchell misses.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Tipped.
Terrific defense from Zubac. His team relies on him to help alter shots.
Done. The pass to Leonard. On the wing, Harden. Back to Leonard.
Hey, you can't block it. Send it.
And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. Coach delivered some inspiration for his team. He said, quote, "We're close. We are inches away from it. Do you feel it? I feel it. This is ours if we want it." Back to you, Ryan.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
You just think of how much of a difference Kawhi Leonard is for this team. When he's healthy, he is an absolute force.
Mitchell, the pass to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
When you need one bad, go to a high percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
There's a screen. The drive by Harden. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
In a close contest, you have to put the ball in the hands of someone who will find a way to put up points.
And there's the drive. Here's Allen. Out to Mobley. Mitchell, a screen on Leonard. Mobley passes to Mitchell. 4 on the clock. Off with the layup. The Clippers lead by 4. Leonard up top. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Dunn outside. Jones, the pass to Zubac. Ooh, stolen by Allen. To the middle. And stolen by Leonard. .56 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Jones. Poke loose. Okoro with the ball. Harden picks him up. Here's Allen. Yeah!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Leonard.
Oh, nice! Look at the bench. Down! I mean, the bench is going nuts. And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Oh, he nails it!
Big Jared Allen outshining the bright lights.
And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the Clippers. And it's in.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Oh, stolen by Harden. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
It's tipped. So a close game sees the Clippers. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks.
Up next, the Grizzlies taking on the Cavaliers. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. And on paper quick. This might seem like a potential blow, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Stevens and it's small forward.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Mitchell passes to Mobley. Here's Jerome. Holds it up there for Mobley.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Allen.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Okoro wide open. He fires. Buries it from three-point range.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 27 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
Here's Mitchell, and he goes big with the cut right over John Morant.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Here's Morant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Memphis shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jared Allen makes it easy.
Jackson has the open look. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And I thought that was going to fly. It looked good from here.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Kenny Atkinson, DA.
Of course, John Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the enemy.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Both free throws good from Morant.
And it's hard to pick a more electrifying player in the league than John Morant. He explodes off the floor.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. From down in the low post. It goes. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Morant using that quickness to his advantage. That time he gets that one to fall.
Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. The three-pointer, no good. Memphis trailing here. Morant scanning the floor. Takes it off the glass. Morant's got 13.
Obviously, Morant has found his flow here, finding plenty of ways to create for himself.
Jerome passes to Mitchell. Puts up a deep three. Again, Mitchell missing. Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter.
And the agility, the hops, Morant just explodes off the floor.
There's the pick. Pass to Jerome. Back to Mitchell. Nailed from three-point land. He has 7.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Morant passes to Stevens. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Oh, and here we go. Coro's got it. The fast break chance. Count it.
Now Donovan Mitchell on time and on target. Pretty pass.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Jackson with the screen. Good on the triple.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Mobley outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. On the wing, Bane. Morant sets a screen for Bane. Out to Morant. A 3 ball. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Darius Garland is out there with Sam Merrill. Then there's Javonte Green. Then there's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Clark into the lane. And then Clark slams it in.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Pass to Thompson. Outside Garland. Now here's Green. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Kennard, the pass to Wells. Kennard setting the pick for Wells. Back to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Thompson with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
Outside, Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. And again, Memphis no good. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Back to Green. Green with a screen on Clark. Pass to Merrill. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Hunter finds Thompson. Hunter with a screen on Kennard. They kick it out to Green. Hunter sets a screen for Green. Stolen by Jackson. By himself. And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Garland with the bucket.
Well, this is what you get when you get Darius Garland off the basketball. Very capable in the catch and shoot.
Jackson, a screen on Garland. Kennard kicks to Jackson. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Hunter against Kennard. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's Merrill. Kennard covering. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Clark going inside, and Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
They get it back. Thompson. Pass to Hunter. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Huff. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Clark inside. Covered by Hunter. And that one's good by Clark.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
One of your keys defensively is do your work early and push him out of his comfort zone.
That's tipped. And now Wells pushing it up. No one back to stop him. There is the open 3 to cap the break. And now it's a 10-point Grizzly lead.
Well, you have to understand what the defense is doing. If they give you an opportunity to set up a teammate, Luke Kennard will take it.
Garland, the pass to Hunter. Green against Jackson. Hunter kicks to Garland. 6 on the shot clock. And foul on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
Taking 2 shots.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Stevens in at the 3 spot. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Jackson setting the pick here for Payne. Steps back and fires. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Doors, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet.
And that three-point shot has really evolved for Ja, becoming a bigger part of his game.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Morant outside. Pass to Stephens. Jackson up top. Morant with a wide open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Jackson. Mobley a screen on Morant. And Mobley throws it down hard.
Oh, stop showing off, Evan. Mobley, go get it.
Morant outside. Inside. Outside for Jackson. Drills it from outside. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. And they've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle moves to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. DA, thank you. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. The three. Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Here's Jerome. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Morant outside. 1:15 left to play here in the third.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Tries again. Mitchell wide open. Cranes the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 14.
Donovan Mitchell cooking right now. Things look easy on the offensive end.
Here's the screen. Pass to Stephens. Here's Edey. Jackson with the screen. And another miss by Memphis.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. For three, Mitchell. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Stephens. Outside for Jackson. And stolen by Mobley. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Grizzlies lead by 10. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. Javonte Green is out there with DeAndre Hunter. And it's Thompson in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Thompson knows he needs to keep working on that free throw shot. It definitely needs improvement.
No luck that time either. And the Grizzlies leading by 13. Huff passes to Jackson. There's the screen. Pass to Wells. 5 to shoot. Here's Huff. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Wells. Off target from three-point range. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, a 3-level scorer, and fires away from deep with reckless abandon, folks.
Here's Huff. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Hunter. Puts up a 3. It's Clark with the rebound. And Clark has got the ball here for Memphis. 10-point lead. Wells with it. Working on Thompson. Clark the pass to Huff. Over Mitchell. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Here's Garland. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. On the wing, Mitchell. Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. With the drive. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, the dribble drive game with Donovan Mitchell will keep defenders guessing. Boy, you've got to deal with every aspect of an offensive arsenal with this guy.
Kennard for 3. And no good that time.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Thompson passes to Green from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. On the wing, Jackson. And that one is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Jared Allen's checked in for Thompson. Mobley comes in for Hunter. Okoro, he's checked in for Javonte Green. And it's Ty Jerome in for Garland. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's Morant. Here's Stephens. Sinks the triple.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Stolen by Jackson. Morant outside.
2 minutes.
Here's Stephens. Jackson in the corner. Takes the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Memphis?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor. You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And it's Allen with the jam.
Well, so often we're talking about Jared Allen's length, and he does it nicely on the offensive glass right there.
There's Jackson with the 3. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
3 points.
Jackson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight. Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Stolen by Jackson.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Grizzlies.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Edey. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Isaac Okoro. That free throw, no good.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Edey.
And he sinks the second. And here's Cleveland, down by 15. Hands it from downtown.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
A deep three from Bain. The Grizzlies with another miss. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jerome, no good. Here's Edey, defended by Allen. Fires the three. Edey can't hit. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them this